the CNN and ex-CNN guy, Brian Stelter.
Yes.
You won't believe it. They actually hosted a whole panel section on misinformation, if you could believe that. I guess the poster child for what it is. It's misinformation. It's CNN. But they claim that soon we're going to have to criminalize hate speech. So this is the European Commission and Vice President Vera Jourova speaking with Brian Stelter, of all people, about illegal speech.
Well, we need the people who understand the language and the case law in the country, because what qualifies as hate speech, as illegal hate speech, which you will have soon also in the US, I think that we have a strong reason why we have this in the criminal law. We need the platforms to simply work with the language and to identify such cases. The AI would be too dangerous.
Well, they don't want to implement AI yet, which I think they've already done so in a lot of ways. But they said, hey, illegal speech is coming.
Yes,
hate speech is going to be criminalized, just like they do in Europe to a certain extent. It's already here in the States. But what do they have in mind, Jacob? What's your thought on criminalizing hate speech? What will be hate speech in this new brave world?
Hate speech is actually defined as disagreeing with us. You had the police in England and Britain harassing people who disagree with the same-sex agenda. And it's being called hate speech, and the police are visiting people. People are being criminally investigated for holding to traditional Judeo-Christian moral values that are somehow scripturally based. They're going to be calling the book of the book of Leviticus chapter 18, hate speech. They're going to call Romans chapter 1 in the New Testament hate speech. That is what will be hate speech. Now, notice what these people do. It is disinformation that's the problem. You had a corrupt federal government, a corrupt Justice Department in the United States, a corrupt FBI, a political Gestapo pretending to be a legitimate law enforcement and criminal investigation organization, which it no longer is, to the extent that it ever has been one. And they had a dossier paid for by the Clinton campaign, knowing it was false, getting FISA warrants under fabricated testimony to harass a seated democratically elected president with what they knew to be a lie. They perpetrated 2 impeachment procedures that were politically, not juridically, politically motivated, based on malicious fabrication. Okay? And then they say that it is the danger is untrue reporting. Notice they accuse their opponents of what they are guilty of themselves. They accuse their opposition of the very things, of the very crimes against the Constitution and against the public and against democracy. The very crimes that they perpetrated in violation of their own oaths is what they accuse their opponents of being. They'll call it hate speech. They'll call it anything they want. They'll call it disinformation. But they're the ones who propagated the most disinformation. The way the Obama administration, the way Barack Obama over 30 times lied, saying that if you like your health care policy that you already have, you can keep it. Barack Obama is a pathological liar who lied over 30 times. Lied over 30 times and does so with impunity. But if you criticize him for being a liar and wreaking havoc of the national health system that was already not in good health, in Arizona alone, health care costs went up 117% after that liar, Barack Obama, said that health care costs would not go up above $2,500 for a family. They went up 117% in Arizona. This liar. And if you say that this liar is a liar, which he obviously is a liar, you're a racist because he says he's black, even though he grew up white. It's absurd. The very people who are the most guilty of disinformation accuse other people of their own crime.